Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, Septeria 18. I hope everyone is doing well. I have a shabby vintage style theme shadow box that I had made and I want to share it with you all. And it was a shadow box that I had made about 8 years ago, the year 2014. And it was so much fun to put together. I think it took me about 2 to 3 weeks, and I wanted to make something that represented who I am, a little bit about myself, some special memories and keepsake, and putting it all together in this shadow box to create a little story for myself just to keep. And so I thought I'd share it with you and show you what I've put together and some of the meaning behind each of these boxes that I had embellished with papers, fabric, flowers, beads, trims, and just embellishing it with all sorts of textures. So you can see all over here. Just quickly do this and then I'll go through each of the box. You'll probably also notice that the word love is missing the V, and over here on this corner I had a Cupid that was stuck to this corner here, but that had fallen off with the V. I was renovating my craft room, and as I was moving everything around, the shadow box got caught on something and the V had fallen out and the Cupid came out. So I need to replace this, and I think I might remove these letters and put a whole new word with love using some chipboard, I think. So I'll might need to do that, but I just wanted to show you what I've made, and we'll go and I'll show you each of the box. So this was the shadow box I purchased from Kaisercraft, and I had painted it with some off-white paint, and then I used a sandpaper and just sandpapered lightly along the paint just to give it a more of a shabby feel to the frame. So that was pretty easy enough to do. And then I backed the base with some shabby theme scrapbook papers in some pinks and some soft colors. So I had done that, and then I worked my way around with each of the box and where I wanted to put everything. So I'm going to start off with this side here with this box first and show you this one. I decorated this corner here with some lovely beads and charms in a vintage style theme to finish that off, and I thought this was really lovely. I used some glass crystals and glass pearls, and so I placed that on here with some trim. And so this is the first little square that I started off with, and then I placed a little love pendant, added some paper flowers to the corner, and I did some altered art using an image and a metal cabochon tray with a little pink bow. And this is a chipboard letter T, which represents both my daughter's initial, Tiana, who is my eldest. She's now 23, and my youngest daughter, Tanisha, and she is now 22. So I put that there as to represent my daughters. And then in this little box here, I put my date of birth, 18th of September. So you probably know with my YouTube and Instagram, it's Septeria 18. And that's how I got that name from my birth date. I just added a couple of little things in here. I added a clock charm pendant and a handheld mirror pendant onto this side, and just finished that off with some pearls. And then down below here is a little box. I put in here some charms that represents me as a lover of shoes, handbags, accessories, and I love dresses and going shopping and clothing. So I thought that would be perfect in here. And I did do some dancing when I was younger, so I found this and stuck the little girl over here. And coming along to this next square, I just placed a fish banner word quotes with live, laugh, and love, with a cute little a bird charm pendant with a pearl, and it was just lovely to dangle that underneath the month of my birthday, and it does move around. So that was there. Added some flowers here with some glitz and glamour gold glitter, just to add a bit of sparkle. Then on this side here, this is the biggest square on the frame, and I wanted to use this large part especially in memory of my mum, and put everything in here that to remember me of my mum on this side. So I had a picture of myself and my mum. Year 2010, I was 40, my mum was 60, and 2012, 2 years later, my mum was diagnosed with cervical cancer, and she was only given a year to live. Sadly, my mum fought so hard. She passed away a year later, at 2013, from a cervical cancer, and it was such a bad time for me. I really miss my mum a lot. She was a beautiful person with such a beautiful heart. So I really wanted to keep this part special for her. My mum used to love crocheting, and she made these crocheted flowers. So I placed that in that corner with some Prima flowers. So I've got that there. In this glass bottle, I'm not sure if you can see, but there are some gold earrings that belong to my mum. So I put them in here as a keepsake, and just dressed up the bottle with a couple more charm dangles with a heart and a key. And the cork does pop out if I want to take it out, so it's not stuck in. Added a beader stick pin in there. There's another bottle with just some piece of paper in there. And then I, again, just decorated some more of the corners with flowers. So my mum passed away 2013. And then 2 years after that, I was then diagnosed with breast cancer, 2015, and it was the most grueling, horrible time for me. I had to go through chemotherapy, radiation, and a year of further treatment. I was stage 2 with aggressive cancer, and I completed my treatment at 2016, and I'm doing well now. Doing my checkups. I'm still with medication, but I'm doing really well. So just staying healthy and you know, just keeping well. So yeah, that was such a hard, bad time. But I'll just quickly jump over here. So this is my first fur baby. His name was J-Boy. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer 2015, he got really sick. I'm not sure whether he may have felt that I was not well. He ended up getting really sick as well. It was very hard for me to give my undivided attention to him because I was so sick. He then ended up with cancer as well and passed away while I was going through my treatment. And so it was such a sad time for me, from 2012 up until 2015, 16. Just a lot of, just really bad for me. Lost my mum, lost my little boy. Been told I had breast cancer and had to go through all of the grueling treatment, but everything is good now, and so doing well. And I'm so thankful I've got my crafting that helps me get through. But we'll go back onto this side here. There is a little square box on this side. You can see there's a letter S, which is S for Sandy. It's my favorite color, pink. And so I placed that on here with a pink flower. Added a little key charm pendant there. This is another crocheted flower my mum made. So I popped that in this little corner to fill that part. And this is also a gold earring of my mum, so I use that as a centerpiece to add for that crochet flower. Another stick pin, and in this square here I just did a little bit of all sorts of textured stuff in here. I did some trim, another padlock pendant, some Prima flowers. I love this cabochon here. This is so beautiful. So I adhered that onto there, some embellishing, some word sentiments, a cute little angel cupid here that I spray painted gold. And I love tea and coffee, so there is a cup and saucer with a teapot. And when I had time, I don't have much time now, but I used to love reading books. And so I made these little teeny tiny books and just stuck them in a couple there I can see. And these were fun to make. These were cute, so that was just something I used to love doing. Over here is another box with a postcard charm. I used to do a lot of happy mailing, but haven't got time to do much of that now. Some more flowers, and this just comes out. So that goes in there. And over here is another box. I love everything vintage and shabby. And my husband and I like collecting things that are vintage as well, and old wares. So I put this cute little vintage girl there and distressed that. And these are a couple of coins that we used to have here in Australia, which we don't use anymore. This is a 1 cent coin and a 2 cent coin. So I just did some more antique vintage style embellishing on this box. And we go to the bottom here. Just go this way. On this corner, I've got a bird bath. We have a bird bath in our property, so I'll place that there with a cute bird. And so I'm just trying to get in frame. And then there's a bird cage. I love flowers. This is a bouquet of flowers. I usually like to try and buy bunches of flowers once a fortnight to leave on our kitchen bench, just to pretty up our kitchen, and just gives it a nice smell of fresh flowers. I used to buy the paper, so this is a rolled up printed scrapbook paper, some more flowers. And then this little this little box here is a fish. I used to have fishes. I don't have any fish now, but we did have an aquarium of lovely fish. This is a mini fabric yo-yo or a lace yo-yo that I hand stitched myself. And in the center here, if you can see, is one of my mum's earrings as well. So I just placed that on the center there and kept that there as a keepsake on that. And then down here are some chickens. Made out of plastic. I think it was like from the toy section. I've grabbed these little chickens. We do have chickens. I used to I used to adopt rescued battery caged hens, and I'd adopt a few and take them on and give them a second chance of life and enjoy their remaining quality of life from the time they had been caged. So we still have a few left of chickens. So I put that there. And this is a bit of a lace trim here. Put that at the back. And then on this one here is all about me and my crafting. I love my crafting. I love sewing. It's one of my things to do. So everything here resembles that. So you can see there is a wood chip dress form. Added some fabric to create like a dress. A sewing machine. I love sewing with cute little tiny bobbins with some trim or some string or yarn. And I've got this little lace here that so it looks like it's still being sewn as if it's sewing in the sewing machine. I made a cute little tiny pin cushion that does come out. So it just goes in there like that. And so that was cute. And then I dressed it up with some rhinestones. I've got to glue that back down. But I thought that looked pretty there. And there's a little bit of lace down here as well. And there is a little glass vial bottle with some check crystal beads and glass pearls. And there's the word beads, because I love beads. I love jewelry making. I love adding beads to my crafting projects. There's another little dangle of some check crystal beads here as well, and a little flower, finish off on the top. Buttons, scissors, we all need scissors when we're crafting. There's a little mirror here with a frame and another flower there. And then the last final box here, I did share with you, this is the part where I added my first fur baby, and his name was J-Boy, also Maltese like Jester, who is right here with me now. And yeah, he passed away the same year I was diagnosed. He was 11 and a half. Such a beautiful boy. He was so energetic and full of life. I just think maybe he couldn't handle that I was sick. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was such a sad time for me, and I miss him dearly. I then finished off this corner here with the same antique bronze, like a metal embellishment stuck down that corner, so it matches up with this corner here, and a butterfly that I sprayed some gold glitter on here as well. So I hope you have enjoyed my shadow box that represents me and some of my special memories and keepsake. I really wanted to share it with you. I did post this on my Instagram in my early days when I opened up my Instagram. So it's all the way down at the very bottom of my page. You can also have a closer look at that if you wanted to. But this is my shadow box, and again, it was so much fun to make. So I hope you enjoyed this project share, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye for now.